Hey family, welcome to another video. I just wanted to come to you and put a spiritual twist on this skinny and pretty privilege that's going around and just elaborate a little bit more from a biblical point of view. And so, when we talk about skinny privileges, what it's basically saying is those who are thin and they often experience fewer biases like in hiring, healthcare, and other social interactions. And they may be perceived as more disciplined or healthy, regardless of their actual lifestyle. And then the pretty privilege is, attractive people. They're often treated more favorably and they receive better service. It's been shown scientifically and psychologically, the research they've done, and they may even earn higher salaries. This is real research. Studies have shown that beauty can influence first impressions, trustworthiness, and even be perceived as being more competent. Now, imagine that, family. Imagine that. Family, first impression really matters. People form judgments within seconds based on how we look. Slimmer and more conventionally attractive individuals are often perceived as more competent, as I said, more trustworthy and likable before they even speak, before they even open their mouth. Social and professional advantages that come with it. Studies show that attractive people are more likely to be hired, promoted, and paid higher salaries. While slim individuals often face less discrimination in professional and social settings. Now, family, it is what it is. Slim people are perceived to have to be healthier and to have more discipline. Thinness is often associated with health and self-control and ambition, even though the body size does not always reflect that lifestyle. Attractive people, are they just assume to be more capable, intelligent, or even morally superior. And that's what studies have shown, simply because of their looks. There's favorable treatment in everyday life. Attractive and slim individuals may receive better customer service, social invitations, and leniency when they make mistakes. People are more forgiving. This is what studies show. And they are more likely to get help, compliments, and positive attention while they're in public spaces. For instance, let's take the social media effect. Because society's beauty standards are reinforced through social media. Everybody wants to be like all of these influencers, which to me is kind of cookie cuttered. Everybody is influencing everybody, and nobody really knows exactly where it actually started. Everybody wants the Botox in the lips and the hourglass shape, and I'm not saying if that's your thing, is anything wrong with that. But influencing how we perceive desirability and worth is important. And being thin and attractive is often glorified, and there is nothing wrong with being thin and attractive. But creating an unconscious bias in favor of those who are fit and who are pretty is a different thing. And we have to take that into consideration. Also, we want to keep in mind how the skinny or thin and pretty privilege corresponds with dating and other relationships. So, pretty and thin individuals normally receive more attention and opportunities in dating. And they are often given more chances to make mistakes or be imperfect in relationships without being judged as harshly. And that's because people like pretty and thin people. So, now what I want to add to this on a spiritual note is this, that the thin and pretty privilege is not so much the focal point here, more than it is, am I operating at my prettiest? Am I operating at my fitness? What does that actually mean? What does that actually look like when we're dealing with this situation? Well, what it means is that if I have some weight on me that God didn't give me, because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You and I are fearfully and wonderfully made. And we came here with a certain blueprint. So if I know that I'm not at my fittest, that there is yet work to be done, then I need to put my game face on and get the workout in, get the extra weight off. It's statistically shown that, and this is personal because I have went from a size 22 to a size 6. I have been from a 6 to a 0. I have went from a 0 to a 12 and everything in between. And I am living proof on when I come to the place where I am in my optimum health, all of the spiritual blessings that I attract just because now I'm truly being authentic. And the beautiful part about it all is that it doesn't matter how old you are. It's never too late to become your best you. It is never too late to be the best you that you can be. I am constantly rediscovering myself every time I upgrade myself. Like I said, coming back into the body that God gave me to move and operate in. It wasn't a size 22 body. That is what I allowed life to dictate to me. There was an unworthiness deep down on the inside of me that I ate at. I used food as a drug, as a comfort, as opposed to using all my spiritual tools, and one of them is working out. That is a spiritual tool. This is a trifold thing, family. This is about mind, body, and spirit. I have to first love me. I cannot transmit something you don't possess. And I'm going to repeat that. You cannot transmit something you don't possess. The Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. And this is why we have so many relationships in turmoil and in toxicity, because we're loving each other the way we love ourselves, which is not very healthy. And it's not on that God level of the way we love others, because we're not loving ourselves. This is the season, family, that is about self-care. If we're not getting our prayers answered, if we're not manifesting the things that we truly desire, if we're sitting around clicking and scrolling and watching other people live their lives, and we keep saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, putting off tomorrow what we can do today, that's a tragedy. Not in 2025. It's not happening. And God is going to make sure that those who are really called to Him, that are in slumber and that is in stagnation and rebellion, that He gonna tighten that thing up for us, and we're gonna fall into line. We're gonna fall in line, and this is the hour for some true self-care. healing, self-healing, self-awareness, self, and it's not a selfish thing, but it's a selfless thing, because the more I think of myself in ways of getting better, the more I can be better for you, the more I can show up better for my husband, the more better I can show up for my children, the more better I can show up for the world. Just imagine, family, if everybody showed up authentically healed with their game face on. Imagine what this world would be like. So, I want to say that thin or skinny and pretty privilege is not a one stop shop. It's not what you see with the brat's lips and or whatever is going on out there that everybody is doing, the lashes, the nails. And I'm not saying it's not. What I'm saying is stick to your script, stick to your blueprint. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Be who you are authentically. Who you are authentically. Show up as your authentic self. And I know some of us have been following and mimicking and cloaking and cloning everybody else's personalities for so long that sometimes that's a scary space to be in. But if you need help with that, reach out to me. But I'm going to tell you something. You will never hit the heights in life that you want to hit, desire to hit, are being called to hit until you do it authentically. Until you do it as you, until you show up truly as you, there will be no real blessings dropping. Because those blessings are looking for a particular individual. And it won't show up if I'm looking like Beyonce, if I'm looking like Taylor Swift. It won't show up. It's circling around, waiting to land on the person it was created for. Everything we need, it needs us. It's a partnership between us being authentic and the blessings and the plans that God has for us. Because He says He knows the plans He has for us. Plans to prosper us, not plans to harm us, plans to bring us to a hope in the future, plans to bring us to an expected end. And those plans will never, ever manifest until I become authentically who God has created me to be. So your thin or skinny and pretty privileges is ranked by your blueprint. My skinny could be a size 6. My thin can be a size 6. Your skinny and your thin can be a size 0. Her skinny and her thin could be a size 12. Why? Because that's authentically what our size is. I'm not authentically 6, but I'm presenting as a size 12 because I'm not putting in the work to get that extra fat up off of me, because it's a camouflage and I'm being cloaked in fat. My fat is cloaking me. My man can't find me. My blessings they don't recognize me because I have morphed into something that is not what God has created. And as far as pretty privilege comes in when I feel pretty on the inside. It shows up on the outside. The Bible says that a woman doesn't have to adorn herself with elaborate ribbons in the hair and elaborate hairdos and makeup and all of this jewelry. And watch this. And it doesn't say that I can't, but it's telling me that my pretty privilege is within the journey within. That's why I say if you don't go within, you will go without. You have to do the work. This is the year of stupid supernatural breakthrough. Everything that we've been waiting for, praying for, fasting for, suffering for, is ready to be released. But it has to be able to recognize us in order to find us. So yes, family, thin and skinny and pretty privileges are real when we operate from an authentic standpoint. Do the work, family. Work on your trauma. Build your body up. Learn new things. Build up your mind. This is mind, body, and spirit. Do self-care. Self-care is the new health care. Work on yourself, family. Present yourself unto the world as that beautiful world diadem, the apple of God's eye, the way He sees you. Present that to the world. Thank you so much, family. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit me up. Put some comments down there. Show me some love. Until next time, family, be blessed.